I don't know. I just wanted to point, I don't know too much about Andrew. I don't know. I think is it the PragerU person?
Really, no.
Is it? Oh, well, okay. I don't know who that is, but just the nature of the presentation of those two dolls back there would lead some men to have a certain reaction to this.
That seems a little infantilizing to be like to let women speak. To like, okay, if like someone makes an ass out of themselves, then it's, oh God, like you collectively give them a place to speak, and they said stupid things. It's like that's a little infantilizing.
So I'm happy to explore that, but it seemed like when I was saying, what do I do or what do I say in terms of, what do I espouse that would lead men to hate women? And just want to be clear.
Well, you
hold on.
Okay.
The first thing you cited to was the presence of mannequins.
The inherent presentation of this, on the screen.
On the screen.
Yeah, the way you're displaying the women and the sex dolls behind them.
Well, can you wait, the way I'm displaying the mannequins?
They're not mannequins.
Sure, okay, fine. Yeah, they're sex dolls.
They have clothes on.
But hold on. So what is the way in which I'm displaying them, aside from their presence, that you find objectionable?
No, I'm just saying, if you look at what a symbol is, that's a symbol back there, right?
Hold on, what do you mean by that?
Well,
What's a
okay, you
symbol?
bring on women to the show.
That is true.
And behind them, you put two sex dolls. It's okay. If it's not self-evident, then I won't explain it.
No. Attempt to explain it, because it isn't self-evident, so you'll have to explain it.
Well, one has her tongue out.
Yeah, that's called the Hago. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's certain, people read images, right? People look at an image and something comes to their mind.
I agree with that.
So if you look at this image, you see women sitting in a circle with you.
Yeah, yep. I'm on.
And
I
then
agree
directly
there.
behind.
What's it?
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but so I agree with your observation.
Okay.
Your observation is correct.
Okay.
That there are the dolls in the studio and there are women in the studio. What's the inference?
It's an image that infers that women, are disposable, sort of, and for sex. Disposable and for sex.
Yeah, so how do you arrive at that conclusion?
I don't know. It's not that difficult.
I mean, I could
like
so you're just creating, well, it's not that difficult. Explain it to me.
To read an image? Everyone reads images.
Straighten up with the mic.
Sorry, yeah.
So to read an image.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an objective truth that because I have those dolls in the studio, that is misogyny, or what are you trying to say?
If you watch a movie, right, and Quentin Tarantino, you watch Kill Bill, right?
Okay.
You're reading those images from Kill Bill different ways, and that's what the director does, is he puts things in the frame of the film, right, to make you infer certain things in the frame.
Right.
Well.
Okay, so I agree with you that they're there.
Yeah.
How do you arrive at the conclusion that it's some sort of like misogyny?
Well, I don't know what is the purpose of them. Is it just like a joke?
You made the claim. I don't need to explain why they're there.
Well, what's the intention of them?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Well, but you've already come to the conclusion, so I'm trying to figure out how you establish that. I'm not going to make the argument for you. You're going to have to provide some evidence.
I already said what it is. It's that.
No, but you've just said, okay, well, there's palm trees behind you.
You're equating women with sex dolls.
How
there's
are you
an
even
equation
coming to that
there.
Conclusion?
Well, why are they there?
Why? Okay, why would that? I'm failing to see how that equates. Like,
no, I just want to know what your intention is putting them there.
No, but it's not that you want to know. You've already come to a determination.
Well, that was my interpretation of what they represent. That's mine, right? But I want to know what your intention was so that I know that maybe I have the wrong interpretation.
I'm happy to dive into it, but I just want to be clear.
Okay.
So when I ask, what is something that I espouse or something that I do that would make men hate women? And typically oftentimes when people are going to provide some evidence for a claim, it's going to be the strongest evidence first. So just to be clear, the first evidence you're going to provide...
I'm giving you my interpretation
is that there happens to be sex dolls in the studio.
Yes, that's my interpretation of what they mean.
Let me ask you a question. Would it be offensive if they were males? And would this be like hatred? Would I be espousing hatred towards men if those sex dolls happen to be men?
Well, they're not, though, are they?
But would that be an entailment of your logic?
If you had male sex dolls there,
what about them being there is gonna
wait? Let me
make
get
a
an
man
answer.
Hate a woman.
no, just like when you look at a picture, right? You get an immediate feeling and emotion.
We're not talking about feelings. What about looking at this
People
is gonna make a
respond to things
man
a certain way.
immediately
Are you
hate
a
a woman?
feminist?
Like,
Yeah, she's a feminist.
sure.
She's a feminist film.
It doesn't
studies,
matter.
whatever.
Yeah,
But so if they were male sex dolls, would that be evidence of my?
They would be comedic if they were male. You'd be doing it as a joke.
But it's oppressive because they're female.
No,
sex
if
dolls.
maybe it's a joke.
How
It's
do you know
just
their
a
gender?
joke.
What if their gender is non-binary?
Okay, they're non-binary sex dolls.
Are they even in frame?
They're not. They don't have a gender. They're plastic, so it's fine.
To me, sex didn't even come up. I saw all the other
Yeah.
props.
But it's
and I
about
just-
rhetoric.
Wait, but
right?
I also behind me I have like Spartan, like male Spartan.
Well,
helmets.
those are symbols of strength.
It's about like the message coming out of it, right? So like, what's the rhetoric that's the problem? Is it, right? So like,
Proud Roman heritage,
I'm
strength,
not understanding why it's so offensive.
conquering armies.
I don't understand why it's so offensive with it being women, but you
It's
said
not
it'd be-
offensive. I'm not offended. I'm just pointing out the way people read a certain, like
But
they
if
look
they were
at
guys,
this
it'd
and
be
they
fine.
read.
It'd be funny if it was guys. That makes no sense to
No,
me.
but they're not guys, though, are they? If they were guys, then it would be funny.
And it's funny because they're women. I don't
It's sure,
understand
it's
your
funny.
perspective on why it's
He never
any different.
answered why he put them there.
Because
I
it's
was
funny.
asking.
wait, but just
Okay,
explain the
it's funny.
discrepancy.
Yeah, well,
It is,
Sure.
it is
I'll give you a
funny.
couple. I'll give you
Yeah.
a couple answers. So the
Okay.
first answer is I had a couple different companies. There's two separate companies who reached out to me,
Okay.
offered to provide them for free.
Oh.
The second thing, hold on. The second thing was this was very early when we started back in July of 2022. I was, yeah, guys, be quiet, please. This was in July of when I first started the podcast, July 2022. I was like, you know what? If we ever have no shows or anything, and
Yeah.
I want to make it look like we have a full table.
Well, okay.
And you can look at some older episodes
Yeah.
where we did have flakes, and we will bring up one of the,
No, I
the
get it.
dolls
Yeah.
so it as like kind of a jokey thing. It's like, oh, we have a full table
Okay.
here. So that's one of the reasons.
So I misinterpreted it. It's
That's
fine.
one of the reasons.
Yeah.
And then I also used to do a gambit or bit where one of them was actually my co-host. So really, I think this is actually elevating women because I granted I granted like an inanimate object my co-host status. And I did that to a female sex doll, not a male sex doll. So actually, I think that points to my sexism towards men, not towards women. And also the fact that they're both women, I think that would point towards this sort of, the fact that they're not men shows like a lack of inclusivity towards male sex
Then
dolls.
put a male sex doll there.
No, but I'm actually.
Are there male sex
I
dolls?
think no. I think my audience is going to completely turn against me because it actually shows a lack of inclusivity towards male sex dolls, pointing towards my sexism. The fact that there's no male sex dolls actually is just really I'm a sexist towards men.
So you can change your ways and put a male sex doll.
But I could just do this narrative spin framing of the reason they're there is because like I think women are so wonderful that I only have female sex dolls. Like we
Sure,
could just do
okay.
narrative spin.
Okay, sure.
And then he F's them when we all
I'll take
leave.
your I'll
no,
take your
their
version of it.
chastity's intact, okay?
I'll take your version of it.
But like, I don't understand. So,
That was just my interpretation. It's
Wait,
fine.
what about the like difference? We should dive into like the discrepancy between male and female. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like why? What is the articulation that would make the delineation for it?
wait,
No, it's
hold on.
It's just they're plastic sex dolls
Shit.
that men fuck. That men.
I am so sorry, guys. My Streamlabs got bugged. So these came in a while ago, grid 1. I'm so sorry, I did not see these.
Grid one's
We'll get
exposing.
if you want to wrap up on it, we can. I'm going to let these chats come through.